Previously on the Scarlet Rebel Revision 4 channel. Bitch!
So with that, are you offensive against people who have a mental issue, huh?
Yes.
Hello, internet friends. I'm back, and I'm okay. This broadcast won't get stopped this time. I hope. You remember being a kid, thinking about what would be the most cool FPS mod or game you could make? Well, I did. I distinctly remember filling more than my fair share of notebooks with crude drawings and detailed lists of weapons, levels, and bosses. I had a lot of fun imagining the most extreme FPS games, and since I lived through that weird time that was the 90s, extreme was everywhere. From the movies, to wrestling, to even comics. Like, literally, Rob Liefeld named his comic studio Extreme Studios. Ha! How on the nose can you be, Rob? Wow, that kinda dates me. Anyway, here's one of the most extreme Doom mods that I could find. It's almost as if some guy broke into my house and stole my middle school and high school notebooks, but forgot the gratuitous Nazi slaying. In 1918, the German people felt the harsh taste of defeat, and in their anger, sparked a Second World War. The Nazis came into power in 1933, and millions would die in the wake of this terrible regime. Homes would be burned, cultures would be destroyed, and the threat of total annihilation loomed over the ground like a deadly fog creeping across forlorn trenches parsed with barbed wire. War is hell. The amounts of destruction caused by the Nazis can be felt even today, with many Jews, Slavs, the Romani, the crippled, and anyone else targeted by the dread soldiers being flung far from home. But we won. We fought those bastards and beat them to the brink. We kicked their asses so hard that Hitler took the coward's way out like the bastard he is. Rotten hell, Adolf. Now, I'm going to stop pretending to be a poor man's John Keats and get on with it.
Yes!
Okay. So, men have two fantasies. The first is to live a long and happy life with someone you love. The second is...
Anybody order fried sauerkraut?
Oh yeah! You just love to see it, don't ya? Warning! The following contains the wholesale slaughter of Nazis. If you are offended by this, then...
This is my world. You are not welcome in my world. Maggots!
Fuck off! This is a video game that's meant to let your mind slip into a Jewish power fantasy in a fictional World War II setting. Just remember that while you're watching, or you can just click off the video if you hate fun. Sit back, relax, and enjoy as I kill Nazi punks. Brutal Wolfenstein 3D is like Wolfenstein 3D, but brutal. Haha, nice explanation, I know, but the point stands. This thing is badass, but also super dickish like the original Wolfenstein 3D. You'll see later. Like what it said on the original Wolf 3D's floppy disk, this software kills fascists! This is the first video to use the segments piece in the title cards. To explain what this is, I'll just say it's a new experiment that we're trying out. Also, this video is going to be really fucking long in comparison to my previous content, and YouTube seems to really like that stuff. So what the heck? Without further delay, let's storm Hitler's castle. The only ground rule is that I'm going to be playing all levels of each episode, but only recording 4 of each with some exceptions, along with at least one secret level and the Spear of Destiny expansion episode. Oh joy! This is a good-sized handful of bullshit, but some really fun moments too. This video will mainly be showing various parts of each episode and at least 3 boss fights. Oh yeah, and we're going to be playing this on I Am Death Incarnate, by the way. So I'm going to have a lot of fun. Alright, internet friends, I want you to get comfy because this is the first level of episode 1 in Wolfenstein 3D. It's the most basic thing since the ham and cheese sandwich, which is why I'm going to tell you a story. You play as BJ Blazkowicz, the son of a Polish Jew and an all-American badass. The Nazis fear him, and when the Allies see BJ, they know why. But all the cool stuff comes to an end when he eventually gets captured, beaten, and tortured. Fortunately for him, he has a prison shank. I don't want to know where he kept that.
Need to hang up that computer call.
Yada yada yada, about 3 dozen dead Nazis later and oh, the level's over.
What the hell is this?
Fuck! The Nazis in this game are shockingly hard. But you can dual wield like 2 of the gazillion guns, the MP40 and the Luger, both of which are crucial to surviving the depths of this depraved Nazi fortress. Later on, you can dual wield the same weapons that some of the mutants seem to use. I love poetic justice.
Hey, lad!
Hey, come on! I wouldn't be a pro at this shit without showing you a secret level. This level is good and creepy. Even in the original Wolf 3D, most of the secret levels had this type of atmosphere. It's like you've got a feeling that something, or someone, is constantly hunting you down. I can only imagine what kinds of horrific things propagate these long, empty halls. Guards, dogs, even the goofy yells of the SS when they've spotted you seem more creepy here. I have 9 words for these gray-skinned, blockhead-ass, Minecraft Steve haircut, green jumpsuit wearing, kitchen knife-slinging bastards. Fuck you, suck my fucking dick, KYS. Look, I played up how much I hate these guys, but genuinely, if they jumped off a fucking bridge or drove off a cliff or something, I'd be happy like a little boy who Santa just got him. Oh yeah, there's a Jewish Santa Claus. Don't worry, it's fine. We're all fine. Don't think about it too much. These fuckers are responsible for almost half of my deaths in Brutal Wolf 3D. They're almost as bad as the spawns from Quake. Kill them all. Don't save your ammo for them. Don't do it. Kill them with your bar, or STG-44, or the MG-42. And never stop firing until they are dead, because sometimes they just don't die in the first shot. They're total bastards, just like in the original Wolf 3D.
Ickby and I just kicked your ass!
Secrets inside of secrets inside of secrets. Push walls are an old school kind of secret in FPS games, but they still work, somehow. And in Wolfenstein, you find so many of these push walls that reveal a variety of weapons, ammo, health items, and of course, Nazi gold. They stole so much that it probably can fund all of Hollywood combined. Either way, take all of it, and you're gonna need it for those sweet bonuses. If you ain't picking up any of this treasure, you're gonna be so homeless that Spawn starts talking to you. Besides, it's an extra opportunity to fuck over those krauts. Although I'm not sure if plutonium, bombs, detonators, or radios count as treasure. Don't feel bad for using the automap to help you find secrets. I sure as hell don't. This game's weapons fuck! Even the humble MP40 sounds awesome and hits hard enough to use it for most of the game. But there are plenty of other awesome guns, such as the M1897 Winchester, the M1 Grand, the Bar, the STG-44, the MG-42, the Panzerfaust, and of course the most powerful bullet weapon in the game, the experimental chain gun.
I will find you! Killing you is full-time job now. I am amused by entire itty-bitty teeny team!
And all of them sound awesome! I can't stress that enough. Sound is very important for weapons feeling impactful. I'm gonna harp on that in every single one of my videos because people need to realize that. And before you go type in the comment section, no, I'm not a weapons sound fetishist. I just like good games, and good games have good sound design. Anyway, these weapons are so strong they put AAA FPS to shame. Eat your heart out, Call of Duty Vanguard. You're more dead than half the Nazis in this game. A negative player count only surpassed by Overwatch 2, a Sisyphean feat. Are you damaged? Eat some dog food. Or use medkits. Or first aid backpacks. Or you could drink from a pit of water. Boy howdy, Nazi well water. I bet that tastes good. Or also like in Wolf 3D, if your health is low enough, you can eat viscera off the floor. Hardcore! But you're not a cannibal, aren't you? Armor's not as plentiful, but you're gonna absolutely need it. Because as much as BJ Blazkowicz is a human tank, he's still unfortunately human. And like all humans, a few bullets are not gonna be good for his healthcare plan. There's a couple of extra mods I'm using, including Gun Banzai, a weapon upgrade randomizer. For me, it decreases the repetitive nature of Wolf 3D overall. This mod adds a variety of cool upgrades for any weapons you own. How this works is that you deal damage or get kills with a specific weapon, you gain XP for said damage or kills, then you select one of 4 random upgrades for that particular weapon. Things like increased damage, shock rounds, incendiary rounds, venom rounds, or corrosive rounds basically do what they say on their description. These upgrades can later mutate into an extra option that stacks on top of your current upgrades. All upgrades stack, and last until the end of an episode in Brutal Wolf 3D. This mod can sometimes crash your game, so use it with caution. After 4 upgrade levels, BJ also gets an upgrade, such as increased ammo carrying capacity, or forcing enemies to drop health, random weapon ammo, or armor. It's good, I like it! Fuck Nazis and fuck these bosses! They're a bitch to fight. If you thought Dr. Shabs was an old bald-headed geezer who you could just piss on and he'd die, then welcome to real life, bitch. This bald-headed asshole is a lot harder to kill than normal. Actually, all the bosses are, including the ultimate evil, Mecha Hitler. Yes, indeed, Mecha Hitler, the ultimate boss fight, similar to the boss fight scene in Wolf 3D. He was like The Undertaker in WrestleMania, till Brock Lesnar hit him with 3 F5s. And it's your job to beat this guy! You're not gonna believe how many tries this took. Fuck you, Hitler! Yo, like Pacman? Well, all of the levels are so maze-like that you're basically playing a game of 3D Pacman, except instead of popping pills and being a drug addict, you're killing Nazis and turning them into human champagne bottles, popping their heads off with a gun instead of a bottle opener. And the developers were in on this shit, so they put in a Pacman level in Wolf 3D. It's intact in Brutal Wolf 3D with improved visuals, obviously. It's nice. Alright, I've done it. I've played at least 4 levels of each of these episodes. What do I think? Well, you're about to find out. E1F1. Easy. I could finish this level blindfolded, gagged, and waterboarded. If you made it to Doom 2's 31st level, you'll know everything. E1F0. Scary. I hate it. I hate mutants! Good level, though. E1F2. I hate the SS. A bit more maze-like, and they introduce keys. I'll give this level an 8 out of 10. E1F3. This shit gets even more mazier. You have these long hallways that are just stretches of wooden panels and doors and wooden panels and swastikas and dogs and Nazis. There's some gold though, so that's pretty cool. E1F4. There's not much to say. It's more of the same as the last 4, but with more enemies. There isn't much else to talk about for the rest of the episode, and Hans Gross dies horribly after 6 attempts of trying to kill him. Episode 1 is your jump-in point for Brutal Wolfenstein and regular Wolfenstein 3D. If you can't make the grade here, don't play this game, because it's more of the same again and again until nothing is left. E2F1. Fuck these mutants! They can eat a bag of dicks! E2F0. Why did I go to the secret level? What the fuck is wrong with me? This was a mistake! Don't go to this unless you're as masochistic as CV-11, which I guess I am! E2, F2. It's night, there's stone pillars, there's even more mutants. I'm really starting to regret playing this on I Am Death Incarnate. E2, F3. I'm really starting to get tired of these fucking mutants and these moss-covered hallways. It's all mutants again! Just show me where Marcellus Wallace is, motherfucker! E2, F4. This is the most draining, strenuous, stress-inducing thing I've ever done in my entire life, next to entry, but we'll talk about that another time. But there is some nice architecture and verticality to the level design. Nice touch. E2 boss fight. I enjoyed putting the old man down. I did not, however, enjoy fighting his science team or anything else for that matter. Glad the mutants are gone. For a while, anyway. This episode bummed me out until I killed Old Man Shobbs. Plus, you know, all those science team assholes. Ending remarks, fuck the mutants! E3, F1. This is the meat and potatoes of this mod. Once you start here, you can't go back. Nice Morse code in the background for this level. E3, F0. Already covered Pacman, not much else to say, but there is a twist at the end. I won't spoil it for you. E3, F2. Nice graphics, but fuck this level to the moon. I hate Elite SS as much as I hate mutants. E3, F3. This level's nice music can't satiate my hatred for dickish level design. Fuck this level. Look at this ridiculous shit right here. E3, F4. There's nothing really to talk about other than some ambushes by the SS and the Elite SS. So I'll talk about the 5th floor more instead. E3, F5. Oh. Here comes my other nemesis of this playthrough. This is the goddamn Flame Trooper. Very impressive reflections didn't make me forget about this motherfucker. Fortunately, this squad of Flame Troopers died fast enough to my bar, and I finally get to burn some Nazi bastards to a crisp with the Flammenwerfer. E3 boss fight. Fuck Hitler! Adolf Hitler is the ultimate evil that you must face to complete the 3rd episode, and the payoff is worth it. But gotta help you if you're not prepared to fight him. Hardest fight in the game, but that's not surprising because it's Hitler in a mech suit. Literally. I mean, what else is there to say? Killing Hitler never felt so satisfying until I played Wolfenstein. As dickish as some parts of episode 3 are, I think it's overall the most enjoyable. But... and wait, what's this? The victory screen has a tribute to that sweet little game called Rise of the Triad. Awesome! Austin316 says, I just whooped your ass! E4, F1. Seems hard, but you start with Thompson. I'd say it's fine if you know what you're doing by now. Go for headshots! E4, F2. This level shows off the beautiful night sky, but it's otherwise not bad. Not that memorable except for the secret black key, which will be important later. E4, F3. An overall fun ride of Nazi slaughter, but this is the floor that started to really crack me a bit. It's here that we'll discover the first secret level. E4, F0. This is more of a survival horror segment. Similar to Wolf 3D, combat is discouraged. Unlike Wolf 3D, you can perform stealth takedowns, but getting all of the treasure gives you...
Yourself.
Huh, that's neat. E4, F4. More of these damn flamethrower troopers show up, but with less dickish level design, I guess. Otherwise, good level. I like it. I decided to record extra clips involving episode 4, just to show some things I happen to really like. E4, F5. Obligatory say Aardwolf joke here! There isn't much to say about this level besides that. E4, Unknown. This level reveals some truly evil technology the Nazis are using to bolster the mutants. this looks like a brain, and by the end of the episode, BJ identifies this as all alien technology in the brain of an alien. What are they doing with this? Episode 4 isn't bad. I found it fun for the most part, but it's not too memorable besides the alien brain. E5F1. We start with an M1 Garand. Nice! That's pretty grand. Okay, you know what? I quit. I'm just gonna walk out of here. Nope, I'm done. No, I can never quit. I'll probably use this Garand to turn Nazis into paste! It's here that we're also introduced to the Gavar 43, which, like every other gun, slaps. That's what the kids say, right? E5F2. This level doesn't get too memorable until this one segment where it feels like the level took some inspiration from Barrels of Fun in this room. It also features another enemy that I hate. Nazi girls, armed with that same Gavar 43. Shoot on sight. It doesn't matter that they're ladies, they're Nazis! E5F0. This is a fun little maze where you get to murder the occasional Nazi officer. I had fun exploring it, but the reward for collecting all the treasure is... a gold key. That's it? How disappointing. But hey, it leads to more dead Nazis, and an Uber health, and a golden Luger. Awesome. E5F3. Use the golden Luger here if you found it. It's worth it. The elite SS are assholes. E5F4. More Nazi murdering without much else to think of. This level looks nice though. Good lighting and textures. E5 Unknown. Here's one of our priority targets. Sebastian Christ, one of the Rise of the Triad goons, up there with 2SS.
And Blaskery. I've been attacking you. I heard they were in the surroundings, and I'm a desperate need of a Verminator, plastic coin, and you ended up here just in time. My laboratory is being overrun by some, nasty bugs, and they seem very eager to meet you. I'd stick around to watch the carnage, but sadly I don't have much time left. Have fun, Captain.
You remember I said the mutants are the worst enemy I faced in this game? Well, it's time to make a correction. Foreshadowed earlier with the alien brain that BJ picked up in episode 4, these enemies are worse. These are the pack aliens turned into Ikrene Mutants, and... oh my god! They are the worst! They use extremely fast plasma weapons that may as well be hitscan, and they even have their own Uber Soldats called the Goliath, which uses BFG tracers with this powerful weapon. Not cool, Zio! Not cool! This turns the fast-paced fun gameplay into a brutal nightmare, and this is ultimately the level that broke me. I have one thing to say to these alien mutants. KYS in another universe, you godforsaken pieces of shit! You've taken off at least 30 years of my life that I'll never get back! Like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want me to get my 30 years back. It's the only way that it will happen. Oh yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot more of those "this is a gag" messages. But all of this is mitigated by my acquisition of the experimental Tesla Gavar 42. Hell yes, an electroshock weapon that fucks! Episode 5 closing comments. Gretel Gross is dead, but I'm still scared by those packs. So much so that I can't even cover her boss fight. She's still dead, I just did it off camera, don't worry. E6F1. Here we are in the final nocturnal mission. Off to an okay start, since you begin with the Thompson. Just gotta mow down some more Nazis before we get to General Fatface. This level is overall fine, except for the dickish placement of an Uber Soldat. E6F2. Here we go. This is where the heat turns up for episode 6. I'm a fan of the rendition of this music, but I dislike half this level. There's mutants somewhere, so be careful. Uber Soldats and evil traps normally would piss me off, but I came prepared. And check out this BFG. Holy moly, is this weapon awesome. It's bananas. I cast Black Hole. You ever play this mod, use this gun. It's called the Lycanthos 43. E6F3. More Nazi slaughter in mostly large spaces. Oh yeah, give me that sweet serotonin. I don't got too much to say about this level otherwise. I like it. E6F4. More dickishness! The level starts with you having to fight 2 dogs the moment you spawn in, and if you're pistol starting, good fucking luck! Those elite SS will tear you apart. Bad, doggy. Bad. No treats for you. Not to mention these goddamn Uber soldats. E6 unknown. Oh boy. Okay, so this level actually is really good in terms of open spaces you get to fight, but oh my god, is this a nightmare to play. No mutants here, but there's a boss fight that's forced on you by Sebastian Christ. You'll see.
Oh, Vader Reef. Is it? Not exactly a name I was expecting for someone worldly being like you. How does it feel to have brought thousands of your comrades to their doom? What did you think you were going to accomplish by assaulting my laboratories? Your technology and the bodies of your fallen soldiers are now property of the Third Reich. You're not going anywhere anytime, my little friend. Soon, my special agent will reveal and put you down like a dirty dog, so that I can finally examine your pack. Also, Dr. Sharp may be very interested in your organic functions.
You know, I only made the connection during production of this remaster that these Ikrene aliens are heavily based off of Invader Zim, a cartoon I grew up with as a kid. Thinking back on my previous comments, I think including these in Brutal Wolf 3D are kinda cool, Zio. But they're still a nightmare to deal with regardless, and now I have to fight an Ikrene champion that was captured by Christ. Alright, let's show this alien bastard how we do things downtown.
Ah, there he is. The agent I was informing you about. This, meet Captain Blazkowicz. Don't confuse him for the mere grants you and your men massacred in Erlangen. And Blazkowicz has put down a slain beast much more dangerous than you. Shall we say, he is death incarnate. Just please, don't cause a big mess, Captain. I'd rather don't get any other precious laboratory technology damaged.
So the alien, Riff, escapes after you bring his HP down to 1, and then makes Christ's lab explode.
Very far in the dark. Verdammt! Alle Soldaten Offizier! Bereit! You think you can fool the little insectoid pink-blooded abomination? There is no way you can escape from my grasp. So just...
You then escape and... oh. Yeah, that's a statue of the enemy from Rot. We'll get to that. Christ escapes with the help of an SS, unfortunately, but that's okay. He'll die by the hands of the Hunt and Rot. Episode 6N. I did it! That's it! That's all the nocturnal missions. Don't worry, General Fatface died spectacularly.
Oi! You're bleeding gravy, fatso!
Here's BJ having his victory jump. Oh boy, it's time for the Spear of Destiny episode. This is where things get very weird with all that occult shit. And it's where I get fucked in the ass the most. For this one, I decided to talk about floors 1 through 11, and then show a few boss levels. F1 Wetworks. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got shitty mazes and a bunch of Nazis to kill. On a serious note, this is where the game gets immediately 10 times harder since you're pistol starting again, and also start questioning your sexuality because... my lawyer has told me to not complete this joke. Not because it's gay, but because it would be forced. Anyway, this whole episode screwed me so hard it got me questioning my sanity. Here's why. F2, Curse of Forbidden Name. If you thought floor 1 was hard, then floor 2 is even worse. Great music aside, this level's a bit of a confusing mess. You better be skilled at long-range rifle combat, otherwise kiss your health goodbye. If you like slugging it out in a sewer... hang on a second, this isn't even my gag! Get the hell out of here, this is my show, what are you doing here? Sorry for the abrupt house cleaning. Had to get those pesky civvy gags out of the way. They're kinda like those old cobwebs that appear in your attic and you have to periodically clean out every 2 to 5 years. Speaking of cleaning up cobwebs, this level feels like it. It's boring corridor shooting. Some of the worst gameplay you have in this mod. It's really sad, honestly, because none of the weapons are at fault. It's just the fact that Zio was so loyal to terrible map design. Not that Wolf 3D doesn't have good levels, it does, it's just that the good levels are incredibly obvious. You know where you're going, they're short, and they don't overstay their welcome. And the bad levels are horrific slogs that I never want to play again. I'd rather sling my nuts through 1,000 mousetraps, barbed wire, broken glass, and a minefield rather than play them. This level just sucks. There's even this segment with dark corridors full of vines and those cheap flame troopers. -1 out of 10. Boring, confusing, elephantine, labyrinthine, stupid. F3 living quarters. This is where the fun begins in Spear of Destiny. A level that even in the original actually felt like a lived-in place compared to the 2 monotonous shootouts we were just in. This level features a lot of things that make the combat feels good, such as close quarters encounters where you can easily get the jump on the enemy and hit them with max damage shots while turning them into chunky bits of tomato sauce on the ground. I love these gunfights. It feels a lot like Raiders of the Lost Ark, or any of the Indiana Jones films. Really fast and energetic. This level proves that you don't need hyper-cool set pieces to make an impactful moment at every single level. You just need good weapons, good level design, and good sound. This level made me actually want to keep playing Spear of Destiny, and all of Brutal Wolf 3D really, and actually publish this video. I was literally canning the whole video and instead going to focus on HX RTC project, but after playing this and most of episode 3, I decided to go through with it. F4, the SS are gonna get you. Man, those secret police aren't so secret. From the get-go, this thing is all action and it never lets up. It's generous with its health pickups and bullet ammo. It's like Zio wants me to have a good time with this. Wow, 2 back-to-back good levels in Spear of Destiny? The thing that was literally pumped out in 4 months? Let's hope this streak continues, honestly, because I'm having a really good time. F Unknown, Secret 1, Dead Then Red. Hey, is this even from the original Spear of Destiny? Why are there so many fucking mutants in Elite SS? This must be exclusive to Brutal Wolf 3D. Why, Zio? Are you trying to give me a stroke? For all my diehard Wolfers, yes, that's the term for Wolf 3D fans apparently, I don't think even you guys will like this level. Psst, here's a secret. Probably the newer ones are better. I mean, I don't know, I don't think any of the games have ever beaten the 2001 one. You know the one. Not that the Machine Games Wolfenstein games are bad, except the one that is not mentioned. You know. Mostly because it's a live service co-op hellhole that has an even lower player count than Overwatch 2. I'm gonna dog on this game until I die because it's so embarrassing that a AAA game studio can make a game worse than Call of Duty Vanguard, the sloppy second of Call of Duty World War II. Vanguard reuses so many assets from World War II, and they're selling that game for $60. They're literally trying to scam you. And you know what this level feels like? A scam. I have been scammed out of my hard-earned time that I will never get back. Oh, and again, another cameo from the hated Flame Troopers. An unwanted cameo, almost like half the cameos in modern superhero movies. At least I can burn these mutant bastards and send them to mutant hell because they don't even go to human hell. Call me a sentinel because I'm killing all these mutants. F5, Metal Man. Immediately better than the first secret level, which was better than level 2, but not by much since it involves pain. But I kind of like pain, so I made this video. Oh yeah, this guy is brutal. More machine than man. Kinda like Vader, only he doesn't have asthma and didn't get turned into a human throw rug by his brother. This is Transfer Gross, and he's going to die. But first, you gotta fight all these Uba soldats. Come on, I don't have all day. Would you please just die for me? Thank you. Your free trial to life has expired. F6, Halls of Agony. Do music in my Wolfenstein 3D? Ludicrous, I say, but I welcome it. This level's alright, either way. Lots of explosive barrels and long hallways that give you ample range to shoot with your Gavar 43. And unlike Floor 2, it gives you plenty of opportunities to go in close guns blazing. Thanks to Gun Bonsai and my consistent leveling up, there's a lot of randomized ammo packs dropping. I already mentioned before what this mod does, but this is one extra feature that I thought I should include. F7, Shock and Awe. Scary music! Otherwise, more okay level design. Enemies seem spaced pretty evenly and fairly, so it's not like a bunch of BS getting slung at me. Exploring this level felt fun compared to some of the others, so it's alright in my books. 7 out of 10. F Unknown Secret 2. Bill digs it. Fuck this level! Seriously, this level hurts to play and is frustrating. Why are there so many goddamn Uber Soldats? One of the secret requires you to rocket jump just to give you an Uber health power-up. Why? I couldn't figure out any other way to get this. Please leave a comment on how to get it otherwise. Also, I don't care. F8, Marksman Trouble. This is a murder maze designed to really mess you up. Firing one shot will have an entire room full of rifleman guards pounce on you, plus the one flamethrower trooper. I'm not a fan of it, especially towards the end with the placement of Uber Soldats. Fuck this level. F9, Flooded Secrets. I didn't understand why they called it flooded at first until I saw the amount of Nazis, and then I saw my chain gun. And a few seconds later, it was flooded in red. Who could have guessed? Another cool level, I guess, since it encourages a total Nazi slaughterfest. Not much else to say other than that. Oh yeah, there's one mutant in a cage. Good! Fuck you! F10, The Barnacle and the Gross. This boss level can go fuck a dick! You fight two bosses at once. I hate both of these bastards, but my hatred of them makes me want to conquer them all the more. And I did it. I fought using the American way by completely bullshitting my enemies and cheesing them to death, because fuck them, they're Nazis. Transvel Gross's dual chain gun ballistic attacks may as well be hit scan because of how bullshit they are. F11, Castle Hassle. Do music in my Wolfenstein again? Yes, of course. When I hear Into Sandy City, I get very nervous. This track always preludes into something terrifying in my brain. Remember that one scene in the movie It where Georgie is trying to fetch his paper boat from the drain? Yeah, now imagine that while Into Sandy City is playing. How this level starts is a Nazi Hall of Slaughter. Other than that music, it's another popcorn level. Fast, frantic, and fun. It's a lot like fast food, except this level won't give you adverse health effects like obesity or heart disease. And if it doesn't contribute to any sort of statistic, it is wholesale Nazi slaughter. Alright, that's enough with the episode and floor reviews. I don't want to get fatigued from Wolfenstein due to my love for the franchise. I went through the rest until I got to the bosses, which I will be showing here, excluding the rematch with Barnacle Wilhelm. Before that, I should mention that there's a number of music tracks from Rise of the Triad and Brutal Wolf 3D. It's really great and gets me in the mood to keep playing. Remember I foreshadowed the Nasty Metal Enforcer previously in this video? Yeah, well, about that. This particular boss fight combined Spear of Destiny's Uber Mutant, and then right afterwards, the Nasty Metal Enforcer prototype before it was fully completed in Rise of the Triad, made by our good friend Sebastian Doyle Christ.
Well, it appears my colleague is not satisfied with the results of his test. The Super Mutant was Dr. Sharp's hardest work after all. Can't say I'm surprised, however. You're proven to be very good at eliminating a bioweapon, Lieutenant Blaskery. Your fighting capabilities are extraordinary. It's interesting to see how you'll fare against my own creation. I hope you can digest robotics.
This isn't nearly as sadistic as the enemy in Rot, but it can be very tough. Let's destroy this fuck.
You have given me some precious dust today, Lieutenant. As I don't have much time to share them with you yet. In due time, though. We will meet again.
Burn, baby, burn!
After the enemy prototype is destroyed, the Uber Mutant gets right back up, but I kill him again, and quickly because I'm too strong. Get wrecked, purple-blooded bastard. We will see this Uber Mutant again. Soon. The second to last boss fight is the Death Knight. He's a bit of a pushover now that I have all these upgrades, but I feel I earned this with all the bullshit I had to endure. But the moment BJ gets the Spear of Destiny, the player dies and is transported to hell. F unknown. Hell. Oh god! We're fighting Doom Demons! I was not expecting this. Oh, and if you thought you were safe from the most fatalistic of opponents in Doom 2, think again. You have to fight Pinkies, Cacodemons, Imps, Lost Souls, and Barons of Hell. But then... God fucking damn it! Mr. Shitass decides to show up and ruin your day! Wolf 3D is not designed for Doom's monsters, especially the Archvile. But technically, this is a Doom mod, so I'll give it a pass. Besides, we have the Spear of Destiny. We can pretty much kill anything that gets in our way, including this asshole. The final boss is exactly like the one in Wolfenstein RPG that you could find in the iOS App Store back in the day. The Harbinger. In Wolf RPG, BJ cuts this douche nozzle's arm and leg off, one of each, and turns him into the cyber demon we love and hate. And I'm gonna humiliate this guy using the Spear of Destiny. You can do the exact same thing in the Wolfenstein RPG.
You're KIA, maggot sack!
That's it. That's how Brutal Wolf 3D ends. BJ is lying on a field of dirt, spear just a few inches away from him, and the Castle of Nightmares burning off in the distance. Just before his vision fades, fellow American soldiers find him, and in BJ's own words, here's what happened. Wow, what an experience. That's Brutal Wolfenstein 3D for you. There were highs and definitely lows. You should probably play it in short bursts, just like the original Wolfenstein 3D. This video remaster is something I'm proud of, and I hope you enjoyed it. Go check out the original on my channel too, and give Corny27 a lot of love. Thank you very much for watching this, internet friends. I really appreciate the recent support that my channel has gotten. I want to especially thank the Iceburner, Lord Lando, Shrimpy, Alistair Pandemonicon, Jackal Vengeance, Luna Parker 22, Count Carl, Vintastic Vin, Vivi Lanoska, Yang Niang, Iris Wingspan, Kuro Admiral, Nubo, Yomi Chen, Linksy, Exy, Sylvia Mayday, and Milky, also known as Dark Dreamer. I also want to thank Corny27 and Terrified Williams for helping me with this video. They're excellent collaborators for gaming, excellent in video creation. Of course, I'll give a big thanks to myself for nearly getting myself killed through torture of the highest caliber. I swear even the Romans couldn't get through me. Go play Brutal Wolfenstein 3D. Once again, like before, I'll post a link to the mod and how to set up and play GZ Doom mods in the description below. Stay safe out there, and happy Nazi hunting! Thanks again.